After witnessing the Bitcoin price drop nearly 50% overnight, you've probably been searching for answers as to why this crash occurred. And my friends, I believe I've potentially found that answer for us right here, right now. So let's dive in and analyze. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. Now, this crash is largely being tied to the stock markets crashing and the widespread illness epidemic circulating the world. Now, don't get me wrong, those are definitely adding fuel to the fire here. But there's new intel that's only begun to surface yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, directly coinciding with this drop here. And this is the type of information that doesn't affect your regular average Joe Bitcoin holder. This is the type of information that could potentially spook a huge whale who's been in Bitcoin from the inception to actually think about dumping some of their coins right here, right now. So if there was ever a video to share in your chats, in your socials about this drop right here, my friends, this is in fact the video to share. So let's get right into it right now. If you're unfamiliar, my friends, with quantum computing, let me just give you a brief overview. Keep in mind that I'm not a computer scientist, so I have a surface level knowledge of this. But think of a quantum computer as a supercomputer. This is futuristic technology that has not essentially been built yet. It's in development now. And basically, with the use of quantum, it can wind up cracking today's encryption. Okay, so the computers of today have a level of encryption to protect files and, in the cryptocurrency space, blockchains, from attacks, right, from malicious activity. But quantum would essentially negate all of that, as the quantum ability is far superior to the level of encryption that we're able to produce on today's technology. And you could see here, this article here from Cornell University, posted back on the 28th of October, 2017. Without reading all of this, it says that we find that the proof of work used by Bitcoin is relatively resistant to substantial speed up by quantum computers over the next 10 years. So they think that it could be fine for 10 years, right? And then it goes on to say, on the other hand, the elliptic curve signature scheme used by Bitcoin is much more at risk and could completely be broken by a quantum computer as early as 2027. Okay, so their estimate here is that even by 2027, without any further advances in the development of quantum, from the time in 2017, 2027 seemed like a point where, hey, this could get a little bit risky for Bitcoin here, okay? So that's our overview, okay? Now we're going to go into the intel that started to drop yesterday. Now, keep this in mind here, my friends, that this is just a breakthrough here. This isn't like this is going to change the world overnight. But here's the headline. Engineers crack 58-year-old enigma, make quantum breakthrough. Now, basically, what we're seeing here is that in 1961, a scientist suggested that the nucleus of a single atom could be controlled using only electric fields. Now, the engineers at the University of New South Wales, Sydney, have achieved just that. Okay, and without going really too far into this, because I can't really vouch for the validity of most of this. I'm not a computer scientist or a quantum physicist, right? So for me right here, basically what they're saying is, let's read the quote. Quote, this discovery means that we now have a pathway to build quantum computers using single atom spins without the need for any oscillating magnetic field for their operation. So let's skip forward. That's the end quote. Another quote here. Moreover, we can use these nuclei as exquisitely precise sensors of electric and magnetic fields, or to answer fundamental questions in quantum science. Now, I don't know about you, but that is a mouthful. But basically, what's gone on here is that this discovery leads to the fact that they might be able to bring quantum computing to standard microchips in a much shorter amount of time than originally thought. Okay, that's basically all we need to understand here from this. So it appears that this breakthrough is now going to speed up the process of quantum computing development. And as I just outlined for you in the article here from Cornell University, they originally thought that, Bitcoin could start to have some trouble and be more at risk by 2027. And now that we've seen this huge breakthrough happen here in quantum computing, I mean, this would lead one to speculate that this could put Bitcoin at risk much sooner than 2027. And you see, like I outlined for you earlier, this doesn't really affect your, average Joe type of Bitcoin investor. I mean, he's not thinking about this. This is your whales that hold the majority of the Bitcoin in circulation, right? These are the people that have to think about, hey, Bitcoin has gone through an absolutely parabolic market cycle here. It's still relatively high in price, and there definitely should be some liquidity there around that $6,000 region, as it has been a multi-year support level. And if this new quantum computing breakthrough is actually going to put Bitcoin at risk much sooner than the year 2027 as originally thought, well, maybe it's time to unload some bags, right? And I think, my friends, that it shouldn't be taken as a coincidence here that this news drops yesterday. I mean, look, published 1 day ago, okay? And then on top of this as well, I didn't even show you the second half yet. Yesterday as well, posted 1 day ago. So we get that breakthrough, and then boom, another break in the news here. Europe's first quantum computer to be built by IBM in Germany. Okay? So basically, my friends, we had the breakthrough in quantum technology itself, and then we see that IBM is going to be developing and building Europe's first quantum computer in Germany in the coming years here. So the question I have to ask here is that with quantum technology being on the rise now, and with the fact that we know that the Bitcoin encryption algorithm is potentially going to be at risk here, again, by Cornell University, they originally thought Bitcoin could be relatively resistant for the next 10 years due to the speed of the ASIC miners, right? But then as well, that the elliptic curve signature could be at risk by 2027. I mean, they put a 10-year time frame here as of 2017, right? So we're already 3 years into that 10-year projection. So now we have 7 years left. And that was before this supposed huge breakthrough here. So for me right now, if we were already at 7 years on the pace that they had already, foresaw, is this right now spooking some of the largest Bitcoin holders in the Bitcoin economy? And my friends, I just don't see it as coincidence here. I think it's very possible that somebody or many or one large entity just holding an absurd amount of Bitcoin potentially took advantage of this liquidity here around this $6,000 region to offload an absurd amount of spot Bitcoin. It's just a theory, right? But the fact of the matter is that, yes, the markets are crashing. The stock market has been crashing. The global fear surrounding the illness is definitely spreading. And for me, my friends, that combination of things mixed together with this news about this quantum breakthrough, it could have been enough to break the camel's back, right? That somebody just holding a very large amount of BTC already being spooked by the markets, that was the final straw, right? And they say, hey, I'm going to take advantage of this potential liquidity in this range, and I'm going to offload a ton of my holdings right now just to, get some cash if we are headed into a recession, etc. So that is the new intel that I wanted to provide to you, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't seen anybody talk about it. Most of the talk has just been about the markets crashing, which is certainly a real thing here. We are seeing that right now, that the markets are performing exceptionally poorly here. And for me, this combination of things definitely it's possible that a large holder had to offload here, right? So we're going to see. This news has only been out for one day. I mean, you know, if this starts to spread around, it could get worse. I just want to put it on your radar. And we'll do the technical analysis later. Like I've stated, I usually don't do videos like this. If you're new to the channel, if you've just found this channel, this is a technical analysis channel. I look at this market like a realist here. I was already seeing that this market had a lot of bearish potential. I actually had just done a video several days ago showing that I did believe, regardless of that quantum news coming out and regardless of the stock markets crashing, that Bitcoin could test down to the $5,000 to $3,000 range anyway. So if you do want to see my technical chart analysis, I post nearly every day. Welcome to the channel. Subscribe, tick the little bell, and select all when it asks you what kind of notifications you want. Guys, please leave a thumbs up here on the video today. It would be a large help to the channel. Smack a thumbs up here, and like I've stated, I've seen nobody else talk about this. So if you're in any chats or on social media and people are wondering what caused this drop, share this video with them and show them that this is potentially one of the catalysts here that sparked this epic drop down in the Bitcoin price, because I think it is certainly a valid, theoretical, speculative thing here that this could have potentially caused this massive sell-off by a whale that's been in the project from the very, very early days, looking to hedge against the risk of quantum computing here over the next several years. Let's get this crypto. Okay, so my friends, I am going to leave you with that. Leave a comment down below. It could be anything. Thanks, Kirby. I appreciate it, Kirby. Just draw a smiley face, anything. A comment really helps with the algorithm. A thumbs up really helps with the algorithm. And like I said, share this video, spread the news here, because I think this is very important for anybody in the cryptocurrency space to see. I mean, it's a must see. So share this with them. My friends, I will do a technical analysis video later today. Some juicy analysis coming up for us all here. Don't miss it. Subscribe now. Tick the little bell. I will see you all later. And until next time, my friends, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.